I'm about to do your Pisces tarot reading for May 2022, and in this Pisces love reading, we're going to take a behind-the-scenes peek at your romantic person of interest. Pisces, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Pisces love reading. Now, in today's Pisces love reading, we are going to take a behind-the-scenes peek at your romantic person of interest. So whoever it is you're romantically involved with, romantically thinking about, or just energetically connected to in some way, we're going to take a good, long, hard look at this person and find out what's going on with them, see what you need to know about this person, see what your attention and your awareness might need to be brought to about them. That way you're best able to navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with them here in May 2022. To do that, I'm going to get 5 cards to represent your person's energy here in May 2022. Then I'm going to clarify all of it with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on with this person you're romantically connected to. Now, I do want to say this is not a personal reading. This is a general collective reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. If a personal reading with me is something you're interested in, I'd be happy to do a reading for you. You can get all the information about my personal readings in the description, as well as the first pinned comment right below this video. But this is a general collective reading, so I'm tapping into the collective energy of a large group of Pisces people I'm responsible for getting messages for. That means there's no possible way this reading is going to resonate with literally every Pisces on the whole planet all at the same time, because not every Pisces person on the whole planet is going through the same situation or experiencing the same set of energies all at the same time. So you just got to take it as it resonates. Keep in mind, too, that energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, like roles get reversed, especially for cross-watchers. So if you're not a Pisces and you're just watching this Pisces love reading because you're interested in a Pisces and you want to know what's up with them, I'm fine with that. Just keep in mind that especially for cross-watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards. So again, take it as it resonates for you. Regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you should still probably check out the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. You can find the videos for the moon sign, the rising sign, the Venus sign in the description below this video. Information about the different tarot decks I'm using in this reading, information on my personal readings, Pisces crystals like blue kyanite, amethyst. We got all kinds of cool amethyst stuff on there. I dig amethyst. Look at those pretty. Orgone pyramids. We got stuff about aquamarine, which is a Pisces stone. All kinds of fun, helpful stuff is in the description right below this video. But enough yakking. Let's get on with this Pisces May 2022 love reading. Let's get 5 cards for what's going on with Pisces romantic person of interest here in May 2022, please. What does Pisces need to know about this person they're romantically connected to? We're not taking those. I just dropped them. What does Pisces' attention and awareness need to be brought to about this person they're romantically involved with, romantically thinking about, or romantically, energetically connected to in some way? Well, we're taking an extra one here at the end. See what we have. Well. I'm reading these two together because they came out together at the end. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in terms of zodiac signs, this would represent the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac: Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. This has a few meanings. This can be divine timing. This can be like something's supposed to happen, but it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen and not a minute sooner, and there's not really a lot your person can do to adjust that timing. This can represent a change in the luck and fortune for your person, or the connection with your person here. Like if everything's been going good, the wheel can spin and go the other way and something takes a turn for the worse, or vice versa, something could be taking a turn for the better if it was already going bad. This can just represent like the changing of a cycle, like the completion of a cycle. This is the 10 of the major arcana, so 10s are about completions. This can also represent like the wheel of fate, the wheel of destiny, a fated event. So, something that's supposed to happen again. That's kind of what this card usually means to me. Like, what's supposed to happen is going to happen. There's probably not a lot your person can do about that. So it can mean any of those things. Hopefully we'll see more about that as we go along. But right below the Wheel of Fortune is the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. This is a very powerful love connection between the two of you. So it looks like this is either a destined connection or we're having some sort of a change here in this connection. This is divine feminine, divine masculine energy represented on the same card. This can sometimes be like soulmate type energy. This for me usually represents two people that are probably supposed to be together. However, a long time ago, before this card was called the Lovers, it was called the Choice. So sometimes this can represent a choice in a powerful love connection. We could have had something change here in this connection, and now there's a choice required. This can sometimes represent a choice between more than one lover. I have the Queen of Pentacles right under that, which is Capricorn energy. I don't know if I said or not, this is Gemini energy. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. This is a very grounded, stable, abundant, nurturing type of an energy here. This is one half of the two people that work together as equals to build the Ten of Pentacles, that maximum stability and abundance and the happy, stable home life that we all want. She works together as equals with the King of Pentacles to build and manage that. So this has to do with like managing the resources and the assets of the home and the family. A lot to do with stability and nurturing. A lot of times I'll see this card and it will represent like the wife figure or the mother of the children figure or the centerpiece of the home and the family life, like someone that you're building your world around, you're building your life around. Right behind her, I have the Queen of Swords. Now, whenever I see two queens together, this is either two different aspects of a feminine person, or this is two different feminine energies showing up here. So I've got what could be a dramatic change taking place, possibly a change in the connection here. We could have had some stability and now there's this Queen of Swords energy. Well, I guess I should explain this first. This is a Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth, and you can tell by the way she holds her hand out. She's offering to let someone speak their truth. The problem is she already knows the truth, so the truth that gets spoken to her better match the truth she knows, or she's going to use that sword to cut somebody. So this is an energy of speaking the truth about something. It's also an energy of cutting off the things and the people that no longer serve you or no longer in your best interests anymore. So we could have a Capricorn and a Libra here that your person is dealing with. We could have your person is building their life around someone and there's a severing to that connection. A lot of times in a love reading, she will represent the severing of a connection here. I do have singles energy right behind that, the Nine of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is a card of wish fulfillment. It's also, like I said, a singles energy. This is someone who is like happy, emotionally stable and fulfilled in and of themselves. Like they don't need some external person to get their happiness from, because they know their happiness comes from inside them. It's someone who doesn't need some external person to feel loved or to feel worthy of love, because they know that they love themselves, so they know they're worthy of that. So I'm not 100% sure. This looks like it could go a couple of different ways here. We do have a singles energy here. We could have some change in the luck and fortune for your person, possibly a change in this connection for your person, possibly a choice between two different lovers. If this is a change in the connection itself, we had something that looks like that we were building some stability around, building a home life, a family life around, and then there was a severing to that. Or it could be that the change that we're seeing here is a change in the connection because there's a choice between more than one lover, and it could be that represented there as well. Either way, there's a singles energy behind it. So I'm not really necessarily feeling a choice between lovers as much as I'm feeling there's been some big change to this connection here, and possibly a severing to something that was stable, leaving your person in a singles energy here. That's the overall gist of what it looks like this reading is going to talk to me about. Pisces here for May 2022. In your person's energy, we have Death, the Four of Wands, the Hanged Man, Strength, and then these two came out together. We got the Queen of Wands and the Sun. So the first thing I noticed when I was setting these cards out here, the last three cards that came out for your person are all three Leo energies here. So it's possible you're dealing with a Leo, because we have what could be a Leo represented with the Wheel of Fortune. 4 fixed signs: Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. You could literally be dealing with any sign. Like I said, this is not a personal reading, it's a general reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you are dealing with, because I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person. I'm tapping into the collective energy. So I'm just going to call out all the signs as they stick out to me, that way in case they mean anything to you. But this first card for your person is Death. This is Scorpio energy. This is an ending to something. This is something dying or transforming. This could be like there's a new blessing trying to come in for your person, and the blessing can't fit into their life because there's something there occupying that space, something that shouldn't be there, and it's time for that thing to die and fall away to make room for the new blessing. Although that doesn't necessarily look like what's going on here. This is usually a very painful transformation process when it's not that. So if you think about like a caterpillar, it goes into a cocoon and it's not having a party in there. Excuse me, it's not fun and games for the caterpillar. It's actually dying, dissolving, going through a painful metamorphosis. And when it comes out of the cocoon, it ain't a caterpillar anymore. The caterpillar aspect of itself dies and it's transformed into something more beautiful. So it's a case where it comes out of that cocoon and that painful transformation process better than it was when it went in, but it still didn't have fun going through that. So this represents something either dying. That could be the change we're talking about. It does look like that there's the possibility that there was a connection here, that something changed in that connection and it stopped being as stable and was cut off, and now there's a singles energy. That could be what we're seeing right here. Tell me more about Death for Pisces person, please. Why is Death here? Let's get 3 cards to clarify Death for Pisces person. Well. That one wants me to see it too. King of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This is the second fastest moving energy in the deck. This is a lot of energy coming at your person all at one time. This is something that can feel overwhelming, like too much to process, too much coming at them at once. This can feel like trying to take a drink of water out of a fire hose. Right under that, we have another 8. So I've got 2 8s in a row here. I also have the 8 of the major arcana out here with the strength cards. So I've got 8, 8, 8 already. This 8 of Swords is Gemini energy. This is an energy of your person being stuck in their head, grinding on something, thinking about it over and over and over again on a repeating loop in their mind and not quite being able to shut their mind off. This is about being like not 100% sure what the safe step to take is in their situation here. And they're feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked because of it. This is an energy of overthinking something. It can also be an energy of a self-imposed mental prison of their own thoughts. Like the way that they're thinking about it and representing it in their mind is what has them feeling stuck and trapped and blocked, because they're not actually stuck. They just think they are. Right behind that, we have the 5 of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. 5s are conflict, so this can be a conflict in their thinking, like I was just talking about here, or this can be a conflict in communications. It could be an argument, a big fight, bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons, tongues being used like swords. At its core, this card is a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event here. So we have some sort of a painful transformation process, a lot coming at your person all at once. They're not sure what to do, probably overthinking it or thinking about it in a way that has them feeling like they're stuck, causing some sort of a painful situation. I don't know if this is a fight like that happened and that was the change in events here. Man, I'm starting to feel the third party here now. I've got the Two of Pentacles next, which is Capricorn energy. It's a card of balance, but it's more about trying to maintain their balance or regain their balance after their balance has been thrown off. It's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy. You can see the water in the background is all wavy. That means their emotions are rough and choppy. Their emotions are wavy. Their emotions are out of balance, and that's throwing them out of balance here. It's a 2, and 2s are about decisions or choices. So they're weighing their options on something. Like they have these 2 different options that are like basically opposites of each other. Like, do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? And they're going back and forth about those 2, not quite able to make their mind up here. Now, another meaning to this card can represent juggling more than one person here, which definitely a change. I see possible choice between lovers, definitely a choice in this connection because something's changed. Something's definitely transformed, and it looks like it's not a pleasant situation. Like it's, at the very least, it's mentally and psychologically painful for your person. But I do have what appears to be a choice between 2 people here. Now, to clarify death for your person, Pisces, we got the Aries Major Arcana card, the Emperor, the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. This Emperor is Aries energy. This is a master manifester kind of an energy. It's someone who has all the tools and abilities and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and to execute that plan to get what they want. This can be about taking control of a situation, taking charge of a situation, setting some boundaries on something. It's about going out and getting what it is that you want. Now, this is an energy of control. So I'm not sure that your person is in control here. This feels much more like someone else is the Emperor in this case. Someone else has stepped into that power control type of an energy, and possibly the reason your person is going through this painful transformation process or an ending is because someone else is in control here. Someone else is laying the law down, putting boundaries in place, and it's got your person feeling overwhelmed and stuck in their head and in a painful spot that got them off balance here. Possibly because they were messing with more than one person. The very next card is the Three of Swords. This is Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. Now, that third energy does not have to always be a romantic third party, although it definitely can be. This third energy can be any number of things. It could be like your person's job or career getting in the way. Like anything that we do enough of is going to have its own energy. Like my business creates its own energy in my life that affects me. It affects the people I love and care about. This can be like nosy friends, nosy family members, nosy neighbors, like any third person sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. This could be like going to the bar too much, partying too much. This could be literally any number of things. And if you have the question in your mind, well, could that third energy be blank? If you're asking that question, it definitely could be. The final card to clarify death is the Knight of Wands. This is the second fastest moving knight in the deck. So I have 2 really fast moving Wands energies here. This can be about rushing forward, taking rapid, passionate action towards something your person has a lot of passion and desire for. This is also sometimes referred to as the player of the tarot deck. It's a really wishy-washy, in and out, back and forth kind of an energy. It's someone who has shifting loyalties, someone who feels like they can't stay in the same place for too terribly long before they have to go rushing off somewhere else. This can literally be a player kind of a person who comes rushing in all passionately and gets what they want, and then they rush somewhere else all passionately and get what they want, and they try to come back and forth and play both sides of the fence. That looks kind of like what's going on here with this change to this love connection, a possible choice between lovers. Looks like we got a choice between 2 feminine energies here. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be females, especially if you're a man watching this. I mean, this is feminine energy, not female gender. So looks like there's definitely a choice here. Looks like we have a third party here and someone is setting some boundaries on your person, probably because they were being a player. Now, the next card in your person's energy, Pisces, is the Four of Wands. This is more Aries energy, Fours are about stability. So this is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These 4 wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. I already see the very first clarifier in the reading is this master manifester kind of an energy here. It's like creating the world that you want. This is usually a celebration of the thing your person trying to manifest actually appearing in the physical reality. Like I said, it seems like this connection that they're in had some stability about it, and now that stability seems to have been severed. They're in a singles energy. There's been some sort of a shift here. There's been some sort of a painful transformation process they're going through, possibly for being a player. So I'm wondering if maybe this is going to tell me about the collapse of the stability here. Tell me more about this 4 of Wands. Why is the 4 of Wands here for Pisces, romantic person of interest, here in May 2022, please? I'll be damned. I swear sometimes it's like I know what cards are going to come out, what it's going to tell me here. On the bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Pretty stark contrast between this Knight of Wands here. This is very slow forward moving energy. It's like one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. A lot of times this is a very frustrating kind of an energy. This, for me, usually means someone, like your person here, is wanting something to happen a lot faster than it's actually happening. They're wanting to see this Knight of Wands speed or the 8 of Wands speed that we just saw a second ago, and instead they're getting this snail's pace. This is very easy. This energy is very easy to mistake for the Hanged Man because it feels like no progress is happening. There's no forward movement. Things are stuck right where they are. But things are moving. There is actual progress here. It's just so damn slow that either you can't see it from where you sit or from where your person's sitting, they can't see the progress. It looks like progress towards this 10 of Cups, which is Pisces energy. This is most people's goal in terms of love and emotions and relationships. This is like the happy fairy tale ending card, the happy fairy tale love connection that we all want. This is 2 people who are in this 9 of Cups state here where they're totally happy and fulfilled in and of themselves. But this is 2 people in that state coming together into union where they're pouring their love into each other anyway, even though each other's cups are already full. That causes the cups to overflow. That's how you fill the 10th cup up. Most people's goal in love and relationships here, and for your person it feels like progress isn't happening on that, or it's moving really, really, really slow. Yeah, they want it to go at this pace instead. This is the fastest knight in the deck. This is about rushing forward and speaking the truth on something. It's about rushing forward, taking some rapid, decisive action on something. This is even faster than this Knight of Wands energy. It's just slightly slower than that 8 of Wands energy we saw. So this is like the 3rd fastest energy in the deck. Your person's wanting that kind of a pace in terms of the stability of the connection and the home and the family life and manifesting what it is that they actually want for themselves, which is this 10 of Cups, this happy fairy tale love connection. They're wanting like the story, the tortoise and the hare, they're wanting the hare speed and they're getting the tortoise speed instead. Yeah, and then there's another singles energy. So there's 2 singles energies in the deck. The 9 of Cups we've already seen. Now we're seeing the 9 of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. This is like with you or without you or in spite of you. I'm single and abundant and prosperous in my own right. I don't need someone to take care of me in the physical world. I don't need someone to take care of me financially. I'm self-sufficient. I can do all that stuff on my own. Now, this doesn't mean that your person wants to be single. It just means that they are single. It could also mean that they were acting as if they are single when they weren't, which could be how we get into this spot where now there's a potential choice between more than one person. It could be why I'm seeing this player energy, why there's this 3 of Swords, 3rd energy involved. They could have been acting single when they weren't. I do have the Page of Wands right under that, which can be news and messages and communications about passion and desire. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool. So the Fool's about just saying, you know what, screw it, and they're taking that blind leap of faith off the cliff and figuring out how to grow wings on the way down. This is a more toned down version of that. This is about having the willingness to take the first steps down a brand new path towards something there is passion and desire for. I gotta pull back to this Knight of Swords. This is, like I said, very fast, decisive energy. This is not the person who comes rushing in super fast and then has to sit down and read the instruction manual and figure out what to do. This is someone who just comes in and does it, and then they leave when they've taken care of business, and they usually don't bother to think about what's going on until after the fact. So this can be a very abrupt, like spontaneous kind of an energy here. Not like taking some action very decisively, like they know what they're doing, but they haven't actually thought about it, and then after the fact they think about it. That could be what happened here. Could have made some kind of a boo-boo, some kind of a judgment error here, and possibly took some steps down the wrong path. I do have the Hermit next, which is not just on my t-shirt, which you can get in my shop. This is Virgo energy, powerful energy too. This is withdrawal. This is isolation. This is energy that tells me communication has been shut down and stopped, or at the very minimum, it's much different than it was. This is not an energy that someone voluntarily chooses. No one purposefully goes into the hermit mode here. Something happens and it forces your person into hermit mode here. Usually what happens is like the Tower or the Ten of Swords or Death or the Five of Swords. We've already seen all those cards here except for the Tower. We haven't seen that one yet. And I say yet because I got something out here that implies it's happened already anyway. But something happens and it forces your person to go internal. It forces them to do some soul searching, some deep inner reflection, and some deep contemplation, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. Now, to clarify this Four of Wands, we got the Sun, the Ten of Swords, and the Star. Like I said, when I was talking about this Four of Wands, I'm wondering if this is going to talk to me about the collapse of this stability that your person had. That's the transformation they're going through. That's this shift that they're going through. This something changes and the wheel spins the other way. Very first clarifier for that is the Sun, Leo Major Arcana. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. So they had some stable, happy home life, a very happy home life. It was a source of happiness for them. And the very next card is the Ten of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is, 10 is a completion. Again, it's ruled over by the 10 of the Major Arcana, which is this Wheel of Fortune right here. This is a swift, painful ending to something. This is sometimes an ending that you don't see coming, or maybe your person didn't see coming, hence the swords being in their back. If they saw it coming, they'd be in their front. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal, hence the swords being in their back. It takes someone that's pretty close to you to be able to get up behind you and stick this many swords in your back. So I don't know that there was a betrayal by your person yet, or if they're dealing with someone who betrayed them. Kind of hard to tell, but I'm leaning toward your person was being a player and somebody else has stepped in and laid the law down. But there is definitely this stable, happy connection they have, a lot of happiness they have, and a swift, painful ending to that. Final card to clarify that Four of Wands is the Star. This is Aquarius energy. This is a card of wish fulfillment. It's also a card of healing. It's also card 17 of the Major Arcana. Card 16, the card right before that, is the Tower. So you don't make it to the Star energy without going through a Tower moment of some kind, where something comes crashing down in your person's life. There's a very abrupt shift, like a foundation rocking event, where some important structure that they had in their life, probably this connection here, the stability of that structure came apart. It collapsed. And when that happens and everything's different than it was the day before that, it's really hard to see your path moving forward from something like that. The star is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the way for you so you can see your path moving forward. It's where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. Also, let me get back to it here. We saw this Hermit card here. The thing in the Hermit's lamp is the star here. So definitely been a tower. That's what put your person in Hermit mode. That's why the star is here. Your person is trying to heal from that, trying to keep their hope alive that they can get past this ending that took place to their happiness and the stability. Whew. Next card in your person's energy, Pisces, the Hanged Man, Pisces major arcana card, right in the center of all this. So it's looking to me like your person probably did something that they shouldn't have done, and it did not sit with you very well here. This Hanged Man is progress being halted. There is no forward movement here. Things are stuck. They're stagnant. It ain't going anywhere. The brakes have been slammed on. Now, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective than normal, a different point of view than he'd normally look at things from. And he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out, how do I get this unstuck and how do I move forward from here? Interesting, though, because we have already seen the Hermit. The Hermit and the Hanged Man are very similar energies. They're both about trying to figure out, how do I move forward from here? What do I do to move forward from here? The key difference in these two energies is where the focus is. In the Hermit, the focus is directed internally. You're using that lantern, shining the light down inside the shadows of yourself, looking inside yourself, analyzing yourself, searching your own soul, trying to figure out, what did I do to cause this? What do I need to adjust about me for this to be able to move forward? But that's not out here on the table in your person's energy. It's about, let's see, the fifth card down under the surface of your person's energy here. What's actually out here in their energy is the Hanged Man, which is the focus in trying to figure out, how do I move forward from here? The focus is directed externally from them. They're not looking at themselves, asking, what did I do? Or what do I need to adjust about me? They're looking at the things and the people and the situations and the circumstances outside of themselves, trying to figure out, what about all of that stuff has this stuck? So sometimes this can be an energy of someone who's playing the role of the victim, where it's not me, I didn't do anything wrong, it's you. It's your fault that I had this third party. It's your fault that I felt like I had to go rushing back and forth and hide that from you. It's your fault that the happiness in our connection died here. What did you do to make all this happen? Why? That's kind of what this feels like here. Tell me about the Hanged Man. It's somebody playing the blame game, like not willing to look at or accept their role and what the hell's going on in their situation, and blaming it on things and people outside of themselves. Tell me about this Hanged Man for Pisces person. Why is that here? Pisces person, please. Yeah, pretty much what I just said. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands again, Sagittarius energy. Again, second fastest energy in the deck. This is about, can be rapid back and forth, passionate communications that got this thing stagnant and stuck. This can be everything stagnant and stuck, and your person is feeling overwhelmed, like this is too much to process, too much to handle, too much to deal with. This could also be that energy of them wanting rapid forward movement and rapid progress, but things aren't moving at all. Yeah, right behind it again is that same 8 of Swords. 2 8s in a row again. It's thinking about it over and over. Gemini energy, being stuck in their head, grinding on something, not sure what the safe step to take is, and feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked. It's an energy here representing this. Stuck. It's not moving. It's blocked. It ain't going anywhere. Again, though, self-imposed mental prison of their own thoughts. Probably the energy that they were putting out got this stuck. Yeah, 5 of Swords again. It's the same exact story. 5 of Swords, painful situation, Aquarius energy. Can be a winning at all costs mentality. can be a conflict in their thoughts, a conflict verbally, some big fight happens and that's why it's not moving. The fight happening could be what brought about the Ten of Swords, and they're off balance and they're trying to maintain their balance. Possibly we're juggling more than one person, and that's what this whole situation is about. Yeah, the Devil right behind that. Capricorn energy. This is a heavy toxic energy. This is obsession. It's addiction. It can be like a feeling of being trapped by something, a feeling like something else is controlling me and everything in my life. Again, like not looking at their role in it. That's another thing about the Devil. This is a piece of your person's shadow. In other words, a piece of themselves that they don't like. And they don't want you to see it. They don't want other people to see it. They don't even want to look at it themselves, which is why their focus isn't directed internally. They're not willing to look at it. They're looking external and trying to blame the devil outside of themselves instead of the devil inside of themselves. Now we got this, the overall energy, some big change happening in the love connection here. Notice anything similar about these cards? The two people on the Lover's card are the same two people chained to the Devil here. Now this can represent like a very powerful connection. Like it's got so much magnetic pull, so much gravity to it, so much power to it that your person feels like they're trapped by it, like they can't escape from it. There's the King of Pentacles right behind that here. So I said toward the beginning when I saw the Queen of Pentacles was the third card down, that this can be like the wife figure, the mother figure, the person that you build your home life and your family life around. And now I've got the King of Pentacles here showing up about 5-6 cards deep in the bottom of the deck behind the Devil. So there's a lot of stuff in between the two of you here. These two cards could represent husband and wife, or very committed boyfriend and girlfriend that live together, or that were at the very least talking about living together. And now there's some massive stuff between you. There's been a severing here. There's a singles energy, a big change taking place, probably based on what your person manifested. There's the other master manifester energy here, and it's not in a good spot with everything that's in front of it here. This is someone who has all the tools, abilities, and resources to manifest or create from nothing whatever it is their will desires. It's like as above, so below. Like what they're thinking gets projected back into the reality that they're in. So this is about controlling the world around you, changing the world around you, making the world around you based on your thoughts and your actions, or your person's in this case. So if this is your person having manifested things being stuck, having manifested the happiness of a connection and then the ending of it, manifested a tower that we know was here because the star is here, manifested some big painful transformation process because of some third energy and some wishy-washy bullshit they had going on. And this tells me that your person is great at manifesting stuff, but what sucks for them is all these cards that are in front of that. It's like, I don't think they realized how potent their manifesting is, and they were in this energy of like overthinking something and grinding on it, probably worrying about something, and this causes someone to manifest the thing that they're grinding on. Like they're manifesting the wrong stuff here. They're manifesting some mentally and psychologically painful situation here. I mean, I've got the Two of Pentacles and the Devil next. So yeah, they manifested way the wrong stuff here. Yeah, it looks like what they manifested was an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Swords. A new beginning in love and emotions, and a severing here. Oh, put those in the wrong order. There we go. Now to clarify this Pisces energy of the Hanged Man that's central in your person's energy here, to clarify that, we got Judgment, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Judgment, this is a final decision here. This is like passing your own final verdict and judgment on a situation, having some judgment passed against your person here, probably by you. Things are stuck. Now, this is a final decision usually about, are we going to call this dead and over with? Very first card in the reading is always the person's most important card. Death is their first card. Are we going to call this dead and over with? Or are we going to resurrect this? Are we going to call it back from the grave, bring it back to life, and transform it in a way that it's never going to be this way again? That's the decision here. And it seems like things are stuck because things already got decided. This feels like final verdict and judgment has already been passed on your person here. Yeah, because like they're wanting to resurrect. If I go to the left, I've got the happiest card in the deck. They're wanting to resurrect their happiness. But then I go one more, and there's that controlling emperor figure here, the person who's laid down the law, who has set the boundaries, and things are going to be his way or the highway. So it's like, I think they've already had judgment passed. And my throat keeps closing off. That's my throat chakra shutting down. When that happens to me during a reading, it's because this person has some truth that they need to speak, and they're just not doing it. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. This is some Pisces energy too. Knights are action takers. So I've seen all 4 knights already in this reading. I've got 2 of them actually out here on the table. The Knight of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck a minute ago. The Knight of Swords was 2 cards down from that. Now I've got the Knight of Cups actually out here. Actions toward love and emotions. That's why things are stuck. That's what the judgment was about. Your person was taking actions toward love and emotions, advancing romantic gestures, love offers, trying to move forward with those kind of things, trying to move forward in a love connection, advance that. To the left of that is the 10 of Swords. That brought an ending here. Your person was probably betraying you, and bam, ending. Third party, 3 of Swords. Yep, that's what they were doing. Right below the 3 of Swords, again, is that Knight of Wands player energy here. The final card to clarify this Pisces Hanged Man card is yet another Pisces card, the 8 of Cups. This is detachment, like emotional detachment, physically walking away. The person on this card is walking away from 8 full cups of love because they know there's something better out there for them. They know they deserve more than these 8 cups. So they're making the difficult but conscious choice to walk away from what they have, to go down a brand new path, looking for that 9th and the 10th cup, looking for their own emotional happiness and wish fulfillment, and that happy fairy tale love connection that we all want. So this feels like a dual message. This feels like you, Pisces, you put the brakes on this thing. You passed your own final verdict and judgment on your person because they were passing around love somewhere else, advancing love somewhere else, and you detached and walked away from them, ended it with them. Now, from the other way of looking at this is they created the situation that this got stuck. They created it by what they were doing. Judgment was passed on them, and at the same time, they're trying to maintain the hope that this ending can be resurrected. This can be brought back from the grave. They can get their happiness back. And that you guys can continue to move forward in this love connection. It also feels like judgment got passed because they were moving forward, probably having that feeling like, is the grass greener on the other side of the fence? I think they might have had another option here. Clearly they did. They were being a player. We got the 3 of Swords out here, and I have a choice between lovers here being primarily what this reading seems to be about overall, and it could be the 2 different lovers right there. This is sometimes is the grass greener on the other side of the fence syndrome, where a person has to go off and see, is the grass greener on the other side? And what they usually find out, like, no, dumbass, the grass isn't greener on the other side of the fence. It's greener where you water it. It's greener where you nurture it and take care of it. So usually they find out it's not all it's cracked up to be, and then they try to come back, which looks like what's going on. Things are stuck, and your person's looking for a judgment about resurrecting this and having the hope that that can happen. Next in your person's energy for May 2022, Pisces, we got Strength, card 8 of the Major Arcana. So I've seen the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, and now we have the 8 of Cups out here on the table. The 8 of the Major Arcana rules over all those 8s. Every time, this is Leo Major Arcana energy. Every time I see this card, it tells me that your person is going through a difficult situation right now. It's requiring them to dig down deep and tap into their internal strength to even make it through this. Hell, possibly you too. It's possibly affecting you the same way. Now, this can also be an energy of trying to tame that beast inside themselves, trying to rein themselves in, trying to hold themselves back, trying not to rush off too fast and do something stupid, let their emotions get the best of them and end up making some kind of a mistake. So it could be either of those two things. Tell me about this strength card for Pisces person, please. Why is strength here? I told you. I told you. You can't make this shit up. Bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups. Pisces energy. Again, happy fairy tale ending, happy fairy tale love connection. That's what your person is wanting. They're wanting the happy fairy tale ending. And it's difficult for them that they don't have that. Yeah, 4 of Cups right under that. This is Cancer energy. This is emotional discontentment. We see the happiest card in the deck tied directly to the stability of their home life, their family life, the connection with you, and an ending to that, and them trying to have the hope that that can be healed and things being stuck in the meantime. They're having a difficult time, and it's taken all their internal strength to get through it. They want this 10 of Cups with you, the happy fairy tale ending. In other words, resurrecting this, excuse me, and they're emotionally unhappy right now. They're not happy with the way this is, with the 3 cups that they have. They keep daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that they believe is going to bring them their happiness and their fulfillment. Resurrecting this connection. Now, this can represent that there is a love offer on the table between the two of you already, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air with nothing being done about it. This can represent your person contemplating making this love offer to you and trying to rein themselves in, trying to hold themselves back and not let themselves do it, possibly out of fear of being rejected because of what they did. Page of Swords right under that. So this is an energy of someone who's trying to learn something or figure something out. It can be an energy of trying to speak the truth on something, or speaking in a way that's like premature or immature, like they're trying to hold themselves back from doing that. They don't want to mess this up. Trying to figure out, if I make this love offer to Pisces, will they accept it? Won't they accept it? I've seen the 2 of Pentacles twice, going back and forth about that, and them trying to figure it out. Trying to like not make a mistake and not speak prematurely on something. And I think the reason they're doing that is because of these clarifiers here. We got the Tower, the Fool, and there's the Queen of Swords again. The Tower, I told you, has already happened, otherwise we wouldn't have the Star, and here it is. 10 of Swords too, and Death. So pretty much every bad card that you could get, at least in terms of the way this reading's playing out, these are carrying the negative meanings with them right now. They got all 3 of them. They got Death, the 10 of Swords, and the Tower. So this is not a pleasant situation. Something important to your person has come apart. It's come crashing down. It's this connection, the stability of this connection, the stability of their home and their family life. It's all come apart because of the Fool. This is this is a very risk-taking type of an energy. It's about just saying, screw it, I'm going for it. I'm not going to think about it first. I'm just jumping off this cliff, and I'll worry about how to grow wings on my way down. I'll figure this out as I move along. This, like I said, though, can be an energy of risk-taking, like taking risks outside of the connection here. Again, that's what brought the Tower sitting right next to this, is that moving forward with romantic offers, romantic gestures, advancing actions of love and emotions. That's what brought the ending. There was a 3 of Swords. There was a third party here. I'm 100% convinced of it. Final card to clarify strength is the Queen of Swords, which we already saw here. Like I said, big shift, big change in the luck and fortune of this connection, because there was a choice between more than one lover. We had somebody that I was probably living with or very committed to, might have been living in the same home together. and that person cut me off. Person spoke their truth and cut off the things that weren't serving them, which is, here it's happening again. That's why there was a tower, because of the risk-taking behavior. Boom, there was a severing. There was a being left behind, a walking away from, an emotional and physical detachment, probably because they're being a player and your person's hoping that this can be healed. Now, the final card that came out for your person here in May 2022, Pisces, was actually two at once. The Queen of Wands and the Sun. We've already got the Sun out here. These are both Leo energies. Sometimes this can represent Aries. I do have the Aries Major Arcana. I do have the final card for Aries in the Minor Arcana, the Four of Wands. This is usually someone who knows exactly what they want, and they go after what they want with bold, passionate, fiery determination. Queen of Wands don't take any BS. She doesn't accept excuses. She knows what she wants. She knows what she's worthy of and what she deserves, and she won't accept less than that. She almost always gets what she wants just because she's so determined. Now, this is a wand card. Wands are about passion and desire, so this could be how your person is viewing you. This could be your person having a lot of passion and desire for you. But ain't that the way it always works with people? What do we want most? The thing we can't have. When boundaries are put in place, when there's an ending to something and it's not moving and the decision's been made and this isn't going to go anywhere, that's when people want it the most. But then we have the Sun, which is, I don't know if I said this can be Aries or Leo. This is a Leo Major Arcana. I've got the other Leo Major Arcana as the card we just clarified, and I have the other Sun from the second deck out here already. So I got a lot of Leo, a lot of Aries out here. I've seen quite a bit of Libra too, and some Gemini, and some Aquarius, and some more Pisces, and a little bit of Scorpio. Happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Now, another thing this could mean is if something's hidden in the dark, like if your person was sneaking around behind your back, which I don't have the Moon, I don't have the Seven of Swords or the High Priestess out here, so I don't know that they were sneaking around behind your back and got caught. But that could be another meaning to the Sun. It could be illumination. Like when something like that's going on, this is the Sun shining into the darkness, exposing something for what it is. I'm feeling though like passion and desire and wanting and happiness being tied to that. Don't know yet if this represents another person or if this is representing how they're feeling about you, Pisces. Tell me about the Queen of Wands and the Sun for Pisces person. Queen of Wands and the Sun here for Pisces person, please. Your person is going through it. I've had plenty of coffee. I have ADD, so I'm on Adderall. I've taken my Adderall today, and once I got about halfway, like once I got to the Hanged Man, I started fighting off the yawns. And when that happens in a reading, it's because your person is drained. They're going through the emotional and psychological turmoil, and I'm picking that up. Either that or they have caused you to feel that way, and I'm picking that up. Someone's feeling like that, and I keep... Rule number one of what I do is observe the energy, don't absorb it. And I have a problem with that, which is why I have all the crystals. It's why I got all the candles and everything burning back here. I feel like I'm absorbing this one. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands again. Sagittarius energy, very fast moving energy. It's a lot coming at your person here. Now, this could also be your person has a whole lot of passion and desire for you, and they want to move very quickly and passionately in your direction toward the thing they have all this desire for. King of Pentacles. So there they are again, not nearly as deep down under the surface anymore. Not a whole lot in the way between the two of you at this point. There's still quite a bit in the way. It's not nearly as much as it was before, though. So again, this is feeling like the other half of the equation here, like the husband figure, the father figure, the other half of this home and family life that we had stability in before the tower collapsed and the swords all came out and death happened. Yeah, now your person is trying to re-manifest their stability. They're trying to manifest getting you back, I would assume. Yeah, Ace of Cups. They either manifested a new cup. I'm not sure. This looks like it could go two ways. This is either talking about the person they manifested a new cup with, or them trying to manifest filling the cup back up with you, starting back over at square one in terms of love and emotions with you. It could be either of those. Again, general reading, you just got to take it however it resonates for you. I think they're trying to get the connection with you back. They're trying to fill the cup back up. I did see the Four of Cups where they were contemplating offering a cup to you, but hadn't done it yet, trying to hold themselves back, probably because they were afraid of getting cut by the Queen of Swords. This is that cup that was hanging here in the air. I think your person is going round and round in their head about offering that to you and aren't sure if it's the safe thing to do. That's probably why I've seen the Two of Pentacles too, going back and forth. Will they take my cup? Will they not take my cup? I have the Devil right behind that, Capricorn energy. This connection has a lot of pull to it for your person. That's one reason why I'm seeing this Queen of Wands, all this desire they have. And it's another reason why I'm seeing the Sun in literally both of these two decks out here. If you look at the way our solar system's put together, the Sun's in the center of it, and all the planets are in orbit around the Sun. Why is that? Because the Sun has all the gravity to it. This connection for your person feels like it has a lot of gravity to it. It feels like it's got a lot of pull to it, and it feels like they can't figure out how to escape from it. Now again, this is also a toxic ass piece of their shadow, a piece of themselves that they're refusing to look at. They're blaming it on other stuff. It's outside of me is the problem, but in reality, inside of them is the problem. Down beneath the surface of them is the problem. And they're not willing to look at that and face it and deal with it, which is why it ends up creating situations in their life where it's controlling elements of their life. Again, I don't feel like this Emperor energy is your person being in control as much as I feel like something else is in control. Two different things. This stuff is in control of them, and you are probably controlling how this situation moves forward or not based on you laying the law down and setting the boundaries because of what they did. The third party bullshit, the wishy-washy in and out player bullshit. Five of Swords bullshit, the mentally and psychologically painful situation or event, the winning at all costs mentality. Like, I'm going to get what I want. If you get hurt in the process, well, sorry about your luck. I'm getting what I want. Juggling more than one person. Death. Right back to full circle here. Look. Full circle, complete cycle. Now, we're starting, here we are with Death. We started the reading. Their very first card in their energy is Death. Now, another thing, when I have the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune here, this is the Karmic hamster wheel. This is a karmic cycle where your person went through it and was supposed to learn a lesson from this, and they didn't learn the lesson. They just repeated the same cycle. And now here it is again. And they repeated the same. I don't feel like this is your person's first hurrah in doing the dumb shit that they did here. I don't think it's going to be their last either, because they're not focused internally. They're not facing these pieces of themselves. They're blaming it externally. So they're going to repeat the karmic cycle again. That's what it really feels like to me here. Yeah. To clarify this Queen of Wands and the Sun, 8 of Swords again, 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Now, we just saw the Death card and coming full circle back to the beginning of the reading. Now, the very last clarifier in this reading is the 4 of Wands, which was their second card in the reading. So we've not only gone full circle, we have started into the next circle again. So your person's just All going round and round, round and round. Big wheel keep on turning. 8 of Swords, Gemini energy. Thinking about something over and over and over again on this repeating loop. Notice the pattern that keeps happening, the repeating loop in their mind. Not sure what the safe step to take is, and feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked because of it. That's why we're seeing the devil so much. It's the karmic cycle, and they're just repeating the loop right now. Now, for the right now, they're stuck in their head grinding about you and the happiness that they lost when the tower came down and the judgment that happened, and hoping that they can resurrect this and get their happiness back. But again, they're running into a control energy. Either you setting the boundaries or that piece of themselves they won't face is actually in control. Both of those things are actually in control and not your person. 7 of Wands is Leo energy again. This is your person being walled off and defensive about something. These other wands represent other people, their words, their opinions, what they're saying, and your person defending against all that. This is energy coming at them and them being defensive. Still like, no, I'm the victim here. I'm the one being attacked here. It's all external to me. See, it's all outside of me. And it's not. This is your person fighting to defend their position, defend their stance on something. Also, it's your person trying to figure out and going in circles about how do I fight for this connection with you, Pisces? How do I get this back? Possibly defending against accusations of taking risks outside of the connection and advancing love offers. Defending against the ending here, but they caused it. They betrayed you. They had the third party. It's clear as day that's what happened. The final card for your person here in May 2022, Pisces, is the 4 of Wands. Like I said, that was the second card in their energy. So like the circle is just keeping on. The big wheel's turning. Stability. They're trying to fight for this connection. The stability of the home life. Stability of the family life. Stability of the connection with you. Again, it's a wand. I've got the Queen of Wands. Wands represent the element of fire. I've got the Queen of Wands and the Sun, 2 fire energies. The 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The 7 of Wands here, which again is going backwards. And the 4 of Wands. A lot of passion and desire. Again, these 11, the number of manifesting. So they're trying to figure out how to fight for this connection and get it back. How to manifest something and get what they want to appear in reality, and they're going in circles about it. So again, the wheel was a big change in this love connection, but this is also your person trying to repeat a karmic cycle with you, trying to repeat the loop in this connection with you. They had a choice between 2 lovers. They had 2 lovers, and that sent things to hell in a handbasket pretty quick here. And I think your person's trying to figure out how to get the wheel to spin the other way with this connection, because now they have all this passion and desire for you. They see you as this big source of happiness in their life, and they don't have you, which is why they're grinding on trying how to fight for this connection and get the stability of it back. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Pisces love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.